So once you've had these emails brought out to the top, depending on how you act within Gmail, Google will begin to recognize important emails and will continue to add them itself. And you can quite simply select and deselect. So if you think that the Gmail suite has added an important chevron to an email that isn't important, you can just unselect it. And so it's really simple to kind of use this inbox. And it really just splits it in half. That which you have deemed as important or has been recognized as important by Gmail suite, and those which are not. So that's the simplest, the first of the kind of inboxes. The second one we'll talk about is unread. So if we look at it again, I'll just close quick settings and show you how to get to it again. Again, it's this option up here. So if you're wanting something different from your inbox, go to settings. And then you can, instead of important first, we might use unread first. Now, I'm not going to insult your intelligence here. It is as it sounds, that the unread emails will be brought to the top and everything else will be below. And so you see here, it's separated out our important messages. They're still identifiable because of the yellow chevron. It's just that it's moved our unread emails to the top. If you are a believer of things like zero inbox, where you read and you process everything in your inbox, this can be useful for you. Finally, there's another option as starred. So a starred inbox allows us to, if we can select certain certain emails that we want to process for some reason that aren't necessarily important, but we want to return to. It's just another way of, instead of using the important tab, the important chevron, you can use stars. And these might mean something different in your heuristic as you do this work. So if we start a couple of emails, as you can see there, these will then be brought to the top, whether they're read or unread. And this might be something that you process for later. So the important emails remain important. And then ones that are unread that you want to come back to, you might star. Sometimes this is useful with mobile integrations. You can do these things on your phone very quickly. And then when you come back to a workstation, if you so choose, you can then have this set up in that way. So now you're going to see a few summative questions related to these inboxes. And so we're going to quickly summarize important first, unread first, and starred first. One thing to mention before we go into those questions is the reading pane. I have set up the reading pane to be not split in this instance. Normally, you would be able to see, if you selected an email, you'd be able to read a little bit about it here, see the introduction to the message maybe. For reasons of clarity, I've turned it off. But I would try it out, recommend using a reading pane. It just means that you don't have to go into every email and then come back out of it. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I've turned the reading pane off. So let's summarize our different inboxes we've covered so far, and then we'll move on to some of the ones that we can do more customization with.